Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be a little bit of a different video from what I normally make because I want to do a wrap up of my year. I want to talk about some changes that I have made to my workload and my work schedule, and just share with you my thoughts about how 2023 has gone for me. Um, there is also going to be a tarot reading at the end of the video, and I will timestamp that if you want to just skip over me rambling. Totally fine. But there is going to be a tarot reading kind of wrapping up the year, and we'll see how it goes. Before we get to that though, I do want to say that if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so that way you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. Generally, I like to have tarot reading videos and live streams posted fairly regularly, although the live streams are going to be scheduled as I see fit to have them, which could be happening more and more in 2024. So hang in there with me. You'll see everything on my socials if you want to stay in touch for when live streams go up. On that note, though, if you guys want to get in touch with me outside of YouTube, my social media links are listed in the description, as well as the list of decks I'm using for the reading. So get in touch, let me know what you think of this video or any of my other videos. I'm happy to help where I can, and I'm happy to address any comments, concerns, or questions that you may have for me. So let me know, and let's get into the video. So 2023 has probably been the best year that I've had in a long time. A lot of my life has been spent in school. And for those of you that know, I graduated in 2018. I have a bachelor's in English literature. So a lot of my experiences with writing and communications kind of thing. So obviously having a YouTube channel might be perfect for someone like me if you're resonating with that. But for a long time, since 2018, it was a roller coaster of having to figure out what I was going to do with my life, how I was going to spend my time. There were a lot of hiccups, a lot of things that really did take a toll on my mental health. But 2023, as a year, 2023 was really good. It was still challenging. There were still some stressors and some anxieties that came up, but it was still really good. It's probably the happiest I've ever felt. It was probably the most productive I've ever been. There's certainly some things that are still kind of lingering and still trying to reassert themselves, but now that I'm aware of what those things are, it's easier for me to say when I need to pause and take care of these other small little things over here and not worry so much about how they're going to affect my workflow, my productivity, or what I'm trying to do during my day, right? It basically 2023 has felt a lot better than the years past, right? Especially since I graduated. And one of the things that has really helped me this year was being able to work on my blog. As you guys know, I'm a writer, I'm an artist, I'm a tarot reader. A lot of my stuff is sharing. Yeah, a lot of it is shared in the public view, and I get to the fact that I even get to do this at all is a blessing. But the work that I'm doing is in turn helping me discover what I need to know, especially if I'm private journaling, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I do a lot of private journal entries with my tarot, and that has been enlightening. Um, some things with my blog that have happened are that I've kind of rediscovered the purpose of putting in the boundary where I have, because um, at one point I was, I was traveling a lot and I had to essentially binge my way through 3 months of work, which is hard, especially in the way that I'm doing it. Not particularly healthy, not not particularly easy either. So realizing that I have to limit my work hours, and for next year, for 2023, I'm hoping to, or for 2024, sorry, I'm hoping to be able to limit my workload to 8 hours a day. And so working between something like 8 and 4 really is going to benefit me a lot better than trying to cram everything in, or trying to work late, or trying to 4 p.m. is my cutoff and that's it, right? Um, at one point, I was actually posting everything on Saturdays. And what I mean by that is I would have a week's worth of posts to make, and whatever artwork I was making at the time, I would post that all on Saturdays, and then just make sure I was keeping up with that. So the month was fully complete by the end of the month. I'm not describing that well, but basically foreshortening how much I was posting in one sitting. And I'm gonna go back to that, because that feels a lot less stressful in terms of trying to get everything done, right? In terms of posting. And actually there is a reason I'm doing that again. So in terms of content for my blog, I do welcome your ideas. If there's something you want to see, well, let me know. I will take it into consideration about how much I can do during the month. I do have some ideas for February and March, so stay tuned for that. But I am hoping, and in that regard, I am hoping to bring back some of the old work I used to do publicly. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see the results of those readings, because I have fun doing this. I really do have fun doing this. And to skip ahead a little bit, it's because you guys have made it possible for me to do that, and I am so grateful. So grateful for this opportunity, and thank you to everyone who has given this to me. Okay. Coming back a little bit though, in terms of my private writing, my journaling, I have wrote so much more, or it feels like I've written a lot more this year than I have in past years, although I have had a daily journaling practice for a number of years now. And it feels like I've been able to balance my creative writing with my non-creative writing. And I have a private journal, completed a ton of them this year, but I don't have those examples because they're stashed in my room. But I do have a page on Vocal Media, which is where I'm posting things like my poetry and some of my, right now it's poetry, but I do plan on doing like very short novellas, very short stories, that kind of thing. On that note, though, I have decided, in terms of participating in NaNoWriMo, I'm going to keep my efforts to just the event in November. For those of you that don't know, NaNoWriMo is, I guess, it's the acronym. I'm going with that. Let me know if I'm wrong. But NaNoWriMo is short for National Novel Writing Month. It takes place in November. like I said, I'm just going to focus my energy on doing the event in November, because while they do have writing camps that you can participate in, I don't have the energy to double up, trying to write 2 months worth of work and then post everything and get it out of the way. It's too much. It's too much work. I can do it, but I'm burnt out at the end of the month. So no, not doing that anymore. I'm just going to focus on November's writing event and stick with that. So, but other than that, I am hoping to be more consistent with my vocal page. I'm hoping to be able to publicly share some of the creative writing that I'm doing, and we'll see how that shakes out. Okay. And one more thing that I have definitely been blessed to experience, and I may start crying, so bear with me on this. My YouTube channel has seen, here we go, I'm gonna cry. My YouTube channel has seen a lot of growth this year, and it has been such a blessing to watch how many of you have come to my page and leave me comments and likes, and just being with me in terms of growing my channel. And that sort of journey, it's not easy, but it's a blessing when it happens, and you guys have given me that blessing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm crying because I've had my channel for a long time. I have a ton of videos up already. I try and post every week to keep it current. But for the longest time, it just sat right at 20 people. And that's fine. That's 20 more people than I was ever expecting to get, right? I took a look at the numbers recently, and I have 93 people now. I have 93 subscribers. 93 of you have said that you believe enough in me to stay tuned when new videos go live, when I release a short, which is another thing that I'm hoping to get more consistent at. Just the fact I get to watch this grow, and I've seen growth, and I'm hopeful that we can push it to 100 people. But you know what? That is for you to decide whether you want to come back, whether you want to unsubscribe. Truthfully, numbers do not matter to me. Even though I've just gone on this very probably wax poetical rant about how it's grown, it has, and I'm grateful for it. Okay. But a lot of it's because you believe enough in me to say yes. And that means so much. And I'm hoping that we can see more growth in 2024. We can do more videos. We can have more talks. We can go live more often. I'm ready to see how that shakes out. And again, I cannot thank you enough for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's move on. Another thing that has seen some productivity happen with is that I am redoing my office space right now. So I'm currently filming in my kitchen. But I'm hoping to be able to move into my office space again sometime next year. I don't know how that will shake out, and I don't have a timeline for when I want to finish my office, but a lot of work has gotten done, and there's still a lot of work left, but I am more confident now. I'm more confident now in my ability to get it done. Part of the reason why it's not done right now is because I got the one part that I did took me a couple hours, and spent about 5 or 6 hours working on what I did, and I threw my back out really bad. It was so painful. actually to the point that I had to take some painkiller for it. And I don't like doing that generally. So, yeah. So my room and my office space is coming back online. I don't know when it will be, I don't know when my location will change, but it will, it will happen. It will happen. Just stay with me on that one. I think a lot of the problem with my room is the damn books. Good Lord, the books. I used to work at a bookstore where we had the privilege of taking books at a donation if we wanted to try reading them, and I may have gone overboard. I may have gone overboard is not the phrase I need to be using, because I definitely went overboard. So there's that. It's been a lot of book purging, and if you're wondering, for a bookworm like me, yes, it hurts. It hurts so bad, you guys, but it has to be done, and what's done is done now. So moving on. Some more changes that I have needed to make. These things have been necessary. But I have decided to no longer use my DA or my Tumblr. So you'll see, especially in some of the Yuletide Tarot videos, that my art pages are still linked there. Those are no longer good links. So if you're trying to find my artwork, you won't be able to anymore. My DA is not linked, as it's just not there. My DA is not linked. My society page, my Society 6 page is non-existent, but it's also not linked anymore. For those of you who were following my text posts on Tumblr, that's still live. The DA is still live. My Society 6 page isn't live anymore. On top of that, I have decided to indefinitely pause making my artwork for now. I don't think I will stop making it completely, because I do still have a desire to find a gallery space that I can rent out for shows and things like that. And the story behind that desire is that I have had a solo art show before, and it was fantastic. I loved it. And I want to do that again at some point, but I do need to work up the funds to find the space to rent. So that's neither here nor there. The point is that creating my fractals are going to be on a need to need basis, rather than something I do for the wider audience. So yeah, there is that. My artwork has changed. My desires to create things have changed, and creating the fractals the way I have been isn't bringing me joy anymore. And I think this pause will be beneficial. It will be important. I do think that there are some things that got enlightened, in terms of, because I did take a break from September up until now, and I miss it. I will keep missing it, but again, making my visual artwork will be on a needs basis rather than something I share with a wider audience, like I just said. On the positive note, though, I did start a Patreon page for my blog, and I wanted to see what that can do for me in terms of building an audience. I do still have my coffee page, but I would like to use that page more for a tip jar. And if you guys are interested in commissions, I do take readings. I do take private readings. So My Ko-fi page is a way for you to get in touch with me, order a reading from me if that's something that you feel will benefit you in some way. There's your way to let me know. A lot of my membership content has gone over to my Patreon page. I will still be sharing my public readings between my Patreon and Ko-fi page. So again, it's linked in the description, but they'll be, both of those pages will be used for different purposes. So if you have any questions on that, again, let me know in the comments. You can DM me privately, but again, most of the socials, aside from the DA and the Society 6 and the Tumblr, are staying the same for 2024. Excuse me. So that is that. I think I've covered pretty much everything I want to say. So let's get into the final tarot reading of 2023 and see what we need to know. What do we need to know? What can we expect? What can we expect as a possibility from 2024? And what else? What other information might we need? If this is your first tarot reading with me, I like to read some oracle cards in terms of, just getting a baseline energy, and then we will go into our tarot to make sure that we're getting a complete picture of what's going on. Okay. So to start with our oracle, quick pause though. I think I mentioned it at the beginning, but the decks I'm using are listed in the description. So if you want to see everything, that's where it'll be listed. So back to the oracle reading, we have Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? Perfect. Love that we're starting here. Here's Imrama. Okay. We have the dark blue galactic dragon, which helps you listen to the voice of the universe. And it ignites codes of your master blueprint, assessing cosmic wisdom, and entering higher service. Okay. We also have empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Okay, so there's that. And we have the Triskelion of divine alignment harmonizes and heals my body, mind, and soul with the spiritual rays of amethyst, turquoise, and chrysoprase. Okay. So what I'm sensing here is that there is a situation that you're moving on, right? And that's a perfect message to get for this time of year, because we're leaving 2023 behind and moving into 2024. Okay. Part of what you're leaving behind is any situation that may have caused you emotional or spiritual pain, right? You've been in a situation that has been challenging for you, but you've chosen to see through the eyes of empathy, certainly for the other party or parties involved, especially if you're having to deal with other people. You're leaving those situations behind, again, because you've seen things through the eyes of empathy. You're allowing that to heal, and you're allowing that to heal your soul and to give you the strength and the power to understand where your journey is taking you next, where you are going in order to fulfill in order to fulfill what you know is part of your core personhood. Okay, what I mean by that is that you have certain things about you that people can't debate, right? There's it just that thing that you know about yourself is so deeply ingrained that people can't talk you out of that knowing. Okay, that knowledge about yourself is what's allowing you to listen to your intuition, listen to what your inner voice is saying, and know that those things are going to activate your energy for your higher purpose. Okay, because that energy, those things are so deeply entrenched in your personhood that, again, nobody's talking you out of it. Okay, and all of this has come from some very deep, very necessary soul healing. Okay. Okay, so let's get into our tarot and see what we need to see. What do we have? What do we have in terms of what we can expect for 2024? What do we need to see? Okay. Ooh, okay. Starting off, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. We have Strength. Okay, we have Strength. We have the Nine of Cups. Okay, and we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so there's a new opportunity, and this is potentials we can expect in 2024, but we have a new opportunity to look at our inspiration, our passions, the sources of what gives us that inner fire. Okay. We're looking at the kinds of projects we want to do, the kinds of things we want to create in our space for next year. We're also this going back to this healing, this intuitive, ingrained emotion here. We're looking at what is going to align at our highest point and understand that we may be getting a lot of downloads, we may be getting a lot of inspirations and ideas for how to channel our passion, but not all of them might be useful for us. Okay, and this is, we're being presented with a lot of opportunities. Okay, but not everything is going to be good for us, not everything is going to be helpful. And this is where listening to our intuition, hearing our inner voice, understanding that we're only human, we can't be perfect, right? Knowing what's going to be in alignment with our personhood is going to be helpful in understanding what we need to do to make forward progress in 2024. These things are all new, right? Because it's an ace card. We have all new opportunities. The energy's untried, the energy's unused. We're going to have to figure out how to use it to our best. Yeah, to our best and highest purpose, right? There's that. Now, in order to do this, you're going to have to possibly tap into our strength, our inner knowing that we have the ability to overcome the desire to be impulsive, the desire to throw too much wood on the fire right away. Okay, what I mean by that and what I'm saying is that you're starting all these little things and trying to multitask but not doing it well. that is where it is going to be necessary to assert a calm control over your desires, your wants, your needs. Really reflect on what is going to be in alignment with yourself, and know that you have what it takes to do the work anyway, right? You might be thinking, okay, well, A, B, and C are in alignment. D is kind of tipping over E. Absolutely not. E's out. D might be on the fence. We're just going to focus on A, B, and C, right? Placing your focus where it's going to be best served will help you stay in a state of peace and a sense of well-being, right? That's what's going to help you right now, is knowing that you have the strength to decide where you're putting your energy, and once you put it there, it's going to help you be rested and grounded. Okay. What I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to go in and kind of talk about kind of the observations of how much of each suit of cards I'm seeing. So, like, for example, right now we have 2 cups. There's something emotional starting to happen here, but we'll see what shakes out at the end. So bear with me here. In the meantime, let's get some additional information in terms of what else do we need to see? Okay, what else do we need to see? Okay, we have the 6 of Cups. Okay, we have the 6 of Cups. We have the Star. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups coming out again. This is a repeat card. But on top of that, we have the 5 of Cups. Okay, so what's standing out to me in this additional information is that disappointments may be present anywhere you go, right? You could go into a situation expecting one thing, get another, and it being like, ew, that's gross. Why did I think that? I'm hurt. I'm not sure where I'm going next. Here's the thing. Okay, typically with this 5 of Cups, I would be inclined to say that, that there's disappointment around you and that's all you're seeing. You miss the fact that you still have things to pick up with and things to move and a place to move forward with. That's what I would be inclined to say if I just got the 5 of Cups by itself. However, you have the Star. Okay, so in spite of this hurt, this disappointment, this pain, this anger, whatever it is that's causing you to feel blah, right? You have a means of navigating forward anyway, right? Not everything is lost. Yes, things around you might feel dark. Yes, things around you might feel sad, but not everything is lost. Okay? This character is looking up, right? And as you can see, they found this North Star. Okay? The star above their heads. All they're doing is looking up. They're like, oh, if I follow that star, I know I'm going to get past this hurt. I know I'm going to get past this pain, right? I know that if I follow my star, I'm going to be able to make the best choices I can. All right, I'm going to make the best choice I can, and I'm going to be able to reconnect with the things that have given me joy. I'm going to find new things that gave me joy. Remember your Ace of Wands energy here, my friend, because it's all about reconnecting with that joy and reigniting the passions that you've had before. Hopefully not have left behind, but you know that you have such strength to come back to this. this energy here, this reconnection, this generosity, this the sense of inner childhood. Okay. There's your Six of Cups. There's the other cards. Let's see some hidden energy. What do we need to see in terms of hidden energy for this reading? Okay, I didn't draw enough cards. Just going to use 3. Okay, hidden energy here. We have, okay, so we have the Ten of Swords, which, ouch, sorry to see it. It's a little violent. I apologize. 10 of Swords. We have the Lovers. Okay, we have the Lovers. And we have the Three of Wands. Okay, so we're really leaning into the hurt aspect of this hidden energy here. Just because, you know, just because there has been some really deep-seated pain that you're either going through now or you have gone through in the past. This could be because of somebody that you've been intimately involved with, maybe romantically or certainly platonically, friendships breaking apart, whatever it is that has caused you pain in the past. This could be because somebody else was involved. However, I'm going to read this set this way, is that there was a choice you had to make, and it may have involved leaving somebody, something, a situation, something important to you has had to be left behind, and it caused a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of potentially physical harm. Okay, for some of you that may resonate, some of you might not. Take it how it resonates, please, and leave it if it doesn't. Okay, but certainly the situation has showed a person's true colors. Maybe this is yours, maybe this is somebody else's, but in either case, it's caused you to feel a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. Okay, and whatever 2023 gave you in terms of this, you face the choice of whether to stay or go, but you've certainly had to make a choice as to where you've wanted to put your energy. Okay. And maybe this was an expectation that got you really let down because it didn't meet, whatever that situation is, didn't meet your expectations. Either way, the choice that you have now, or the choice that you seem to have now, is whether you stay in this, which is not very comfortable, clearly, or you leave it behind. Okay? I'm going to leave it to you to decide that. Okay? But that's our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy here, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay? We have the Hanged Man. Okay? And we have the Ten of Wands. So, again, there is a choice. Okay? There is a choice here. And part of this is going to require a sense of surrender and a sense of not giving up, but a sense of pause. Okay, because, and I'm getting here because this Hanged Man doesn't seem like they're going anywhere quick, right? I'm saying the sense of pause because you also, oh, this is interesting. You also have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Now, to me, the cups, yes, they're very emotional, but they're also, in this case, the Knight of Cups is someone who's taking action on growing emotionally and spiritually. And that action taking is going to really need you to step down, sit down, reflect, pause, get deep with your own heart. Okay, because that way that growth, that action taking on your growth is going to help you actually do it. Okay. The thing is, it's going to be some work. It really is going to be some work, but it's going to be beneficial. And I say that because, again, it's time to go deep. It's time to really go deep and try and understand what it is that's going on, right? So let's see what we can glean from this information here. Because the most cards that we have in this reading are cups. Okay. You have a lot of emotion coming through this reading here. Okay. It's a lot. You're feeling a lot. I'm sensing that some of you in this reading may be water signs, or you have water sign placements somewhere. So Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Okay. Yeah, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Some of you are feeling it real deep right now. Okay. And it's affecting, it's definitely affecting how intensely you're feeling this. There's some fire underneath you right now. Okay. And not only that fire is, it's definitely affecting the way you're thinking, potentially not for the best. Okay. Not for the best, but you do have some positives in this reading as well. So, take that as it resonates. Okay. Again, there's the positive. You have a new opportunity to figure out what is going to stoke your fires, what's in alignment with your personhood. Okay. And the other thing is that making that change, allowing yourself to make the changes, can feel scary, can feel really uncomfortable. But, with the Lovers, with Strength, with Hanged Man, with the Star, you have hope, and you have hope, and you have the ability to do what you need to do, even if things look tough. Okay. So I hope that made sense. I've been talking for quite a while, but I hope it resonates, and I hope it's helpful for you. Again, check out the description for everything you need. Let me know if there's anything more I can do for you. Thank you again. I hope 2023 was a good year for you, but if, hopefully 2024 is better. Let me close it off there. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. And until then, stay safe. Love you lots. Bye, everybody.